This Saturday, April 25th, starting at 9 a.m., there's an amazing free event for the whole community. Families are welcome to celebrate the San Pedro. And that is why we are checking in here on this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by Morse. We are joined right here at the San Pedro House by Joanne. Joanne, introduce yourself to everybody.
Okay, hi, I'm Joanne Roberts, the president of the Friends of San Pedro River, and we are hosting an event Saturday the 25th from 9 to 2 p.m. here at the San Pedro House. And as everyone has an opportunity to come, it's free and open to the public. All kinds of activities are going to take place. We have
well, let's before we get to it, Joanne, it's all right. Let me throw some softballs at you here, okay? So your duties here at with the Friends of the San Pedro River at the San Pedro House, what does that entail?
Well, as I said, I'm the president of the board, and so that's more the administrative kind of volunteer work, because our board is all volunteer. As a matter of fact, our entire organization is volunteer. We have about 287 home memberships, and that could mean 2 to 4 people depending on the type of membership. But what I do also here, sit down, wait, you're gonna fall over. I take care of the garden with a handful of garden volunteers. So
nice.
Hopefully when you come out and visit, you'll see that on Saturday and really enjoy things that are starting to bloom. I work with nest monitoring.
Okay.
So I work with the Bureau of Land Management, and again, a volunteer team that I coordinate to help with 2 types of nest box monitoring. So that's more of the natural world. And just we try to fundraise. We get grants for small grants to help us supplement, because we are running on a donation organization. We don't get any other type of supplement. We're a 5013C organization.
It's absolutely amazing. Let's go for a little walk here, and we can just kind of walk and talk around the San Pedro House here at 9800 East Highway 90. It's about 8 miles, east of Sierra Vista proper. So, I mean, as you just take a little walk here through this area, it'll be transformed into a big celebration.
Yes.
Come on Saturday.
Yes, and the celebration isn't what we would call a bird festival, but we do have a big birding challenge.
Okay.
It starts at 7 in the morning, and there will be 5 locations along the San Pedro at the different trailheads, with 5 different of our docent guides, bird guides. And so
birders are welcome.
And actually, that is open to the public. You don't have to reserve a spot. We would like to encourage newbies to come, new birders, or people who just want to see what's going on with birding in the San Pedro Valley. So they'll be out from about 7 o'clock to about 11. They'll come back here, and they'll actually put together a list of species that they all saw, and then there's the challenge is who sees the most.
Right. To see the different kinds of species. Now we're standing right in front of, or right behind us, is a tree that is not just any cottonwood tree.
No.
This is a very special one, because it actually has a name.
It does have a name, and I'll show you. There's a little story behind it, and the story goes from the Foster family, one of the foster children who wrote a book, and in her book she tells us that her father went down to the San Pedro River, cut, they call them poles, off of a cottonwood tree, 4 of them, because at the time there were 4 children, and just planted it in the ground on the 4 corners of the house. And this was the youngest son at that time, and his name was Bailey. Bailey is the only one that survived.
It's a massive tree. I mean, just thinking about this, and obviously there's trees.
This was in 1950.
Right? How can you even think of that? I mean, you're talking 76 years ago.
Yeah.
The better part of 8 decades that this tree has been growing. And you mentioned that the root system is very shallow. That's why you see the roots kind of coming up.
That's
here.
correct. And so what we're doing right now in order to increase the longevity of this particular cottonwood tree, because it's such a historical part of the ranch and into now what is the NCA, the National Conservation Area. And I want to just put a shout out, if you'll let me, to Fort Huachuca 309th MIB Company. They have taken over a couple of our vegetation pods here, and they maintain them as you see them.
Yeah,
so,
which is fantastic. Yeah. And again, there's the seating area out here.
Yes.
Will there be be some talks out here on Saturday?
Under the Ramada, the large Ramada, we'll have, of course, our opening ceremony and our closing ceremony. But I have a series of speakers that will be joining us. We'll start at 9:30, and that'll go to noon for the first session, and then from about 12:15 to 2 o'clock to end the sessions. We will have some folks out here that'll talk about all of the mammals that you might find in the San Pedro Valley.
That's right. It's not just birds that live here, huh?
No. We have insects galore, and little rodents. Not all of them are friendly to our vegetation here, but they're here. And so we'll have people talking about the Bisbee Backyard Project through the Bisbee Research and Science Center. We'll have Department of Agriculture. We'll have Nature Conservancy here talking about the results of the big BioBlitz last fall that took place in the San Pedro Valley, which Friends of the San Pedro. See, there's one of those nasty little.
There it is.
Our squirrels.
Yep, little holes right here.
We love our squirrels.
Oh, we love those little nasty squirrels.
It takes all of our effort to say that, right? Yeah. But, they're part of our system, and even mosquitoes are part of our system, and we have to learn to love them.
That is true.
Yeah, so.
So on Saturday, of course, we talked about this being a family-friendly thing. Before we wrap up, we want to talk about activities for the kids, making sure that they have things to do and that it gets them excited about nature.
Being here. Well, we have, by popular demand, we did last year rock art painting, and so we're bringing that back. So you can do freehand on river rock, or you can use any of our stencils and do painting on the rock. Now, what we'd like the kids to do is leave it with us, put their name on the back, leave it with us, let us display it in the garden for a short period of time, and then come back after a month and pick them up.
So they would be literally, they would become artists with, like you're creating a gallery.
Yes.
They would have their own gallery here.
Yes. For about a month after the Celebrate Day, and then they could come back and pick it up and then take a wonderful walk down to the river and enjoy it and take their rock home for their own garden.
Oh, that's so much fun. And other activities too.
Yes, we have coloring. We have seed ball making. Four Arrows Nursery is a native plant nursery and garden, and they'll be down here. You can actually order plants in advance, and then they'll bring them here on Saturday, and you can pick them up at that time. But their activity is making seed balls, and what that is that you put seeds, native seeds, in clay and soil and sand and a little mulch, and you make little balls out of them, and then you can throw them in your yard if you have bare spots and stuff.
Interesting.
And just throughout the year, you don't have to do it in any particular season because it's in its own little nutrient pack, and so you can definitely see over a period of it's been a period of 10 years. I've been throwing seed balls out all the time, but when it rains, it breaks apart, and then it allows the seeds to germinate. So they'll be doing that along with their purchase online and pick up. We'll be making fossil tracks with clay. So we have some molds that you'll make a track that looks like a fossil that you found along the river or something, along with a bone box, so that people can see birds and beavers this year. So, and we have Beginner Binos 101 and Observation. One of our board members and garden volunteer as well is going to be running that, and components of that will actually be creditable to Boy Scout badging.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So if there are any Boy Scouts out there that are getting their bird badges, this is a good time to come get it free. It's already set up.
Yeah.
Your troop leader doesn't have to do anything extra. Just come with your parents. So it'll be a good time.
My goodness. So from nature talks to nature walks to activities for kids and so much more.
Yeah.
It's all happening this Saturday, April 25th at Celebrate the San Pedro right here at the San Pedro, based at the San Pedro House, but all around you can enjoy nature 8 miles from Sierra. How does it feels like we're 1,000 years from Sierra Vista, much less 8 miles. And so walking through here and feeling at one with nature, the peace and serenity that comes from being a part of the SPRINCA, the San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area. Did I get that right?
Yes, you
high
did.
five. I need a high five. Thank you.
You got it.
Being a part of this area right here, it is something so special, and we hope that you will join us. And Joy, thanks so much for letting us check in with you today.
Thank you so much. And I really want to welcome everybody out here on Saturday the 25th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come out and join us, please.
Be a part of the fun. For more details, you can check the post description. We've got their Facebook page, which they've been doing a lot of stuff on their Facebook page, doing amazing posts, educational posts. Make sure you follow them, and the link to their website that'll give you more information about what's happening this Saturday. But we want you to be here. Please do us a favor. Share this video around with your friends and family. Tag your friends and family who you want to join and celebrate the San Pedro with this Saturday. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by Morse. It is going to be a day of celebration. We're going to celebrate good times and celebrate the San Pedro from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Saturday. Check the post description for all the details. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Have a great day, everybody. We'll check in with you again later on. There we go. Another high five. Yeah. Great job.